afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. I am Bhavita Gopalchan. Thank you so much for joining us. Top of the news at this time. Police are investigating the country's latest kidnapping. The grandson of an Arangways businessman was taken early this morning from Tairico. Police at the family's Arangways home and our reporter Jan Sullivan is there. Here's with more details.
Good afternoon. We're here on John Dunham Street in Arangways for this developing story. Just behind me here is the residence of Donny Narain. Mr. Narain, who police say is somewhere in his 30s, was snatched early this morning from the Tairico Bay area. Police officers believe that he may have been followed here from his home to Tairico Bay before he was snatched. Proof of life was given to members of the family in the form of a very short video clip. Now, we haven't been able to see the video clip. Police officers say that there were no signs of violence on Mr. Narain. A ransom of $50,000 US was demanded. Police officers are still here at the scene interviewing relatives. We will give you an update as more information come to hand. Jensen Lavend, CNC3 News, Arangways.
Thank you so much, Jansen, for that update. And now to this. A 28-year-old woman is stabbed to death at her Cedros home last evening. Rishmi Deojit's bloodied body was found by relatives on a bed at Bodram Trace. Reports indicate that Deojit was last seen alive during an argument with a male friend on Monday night. Her brother was concerned after not seeing or hearing from her throughout the day on Tuesday. He went to her home around 6:30 p.m. and entered through a window. He then found her body. Relatives described Deojit as an avid cricketer who received several accolades for the sport. Deojit's father explained that her brother was trying to reach her by phone before finding her dead.
He said, Dad, I'm going to answer his phone. Don't lock him. He passed through the next day, I'm going to pick up the phone to see who calling away. I don't my boss calling and me answer the phone from here. And they calling for to get with you. When he going to say, he said, Dad, come, cold one. He said, come to the pumpkin. The pumpkin. Oh,
Well, homicide officers are trying to locate the man last seen with Deojit. To news of politics now, former PNM political leader Dr. Keith Rowley is maintaining that he was not invited to the party's 70th anniversary celebrations, despite the party producing evidence to the contrary. Dr. Rowley is now questioning if the party he led is now calling him a liar. The former Prime Minister said he will not be sparring with the PNM, but stands by his statement until, as he says, the pigeon delivers the invitation. Last evening, the party said all members were publicly invited and that Dr. Rowley, as a special guest, received a formal invitation. The party said a letter signed by General Secretary Foster Cummings was hand-delivered to Dr. Rowley's residence on January 22nd. That is days before the event at Queen's Hall. The initial concern was raised on Tuesday when Dr. Rowley expressed disappointment that he was not invited to the celebrations and learned about the event indirectly. Well, two major trade unions representing teachers and healthcare workers say they are pressing ahead with protest action as uncertainty continues over salary increases and outstanding back pay for thousands of public sector employees. President of the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association, Crystal Ash, confirmed that a rally originally planned for March 15th had to be postponed due to delays in securing regulatory approvals. Ash said the union was required to seek clearance from the Environmental Management Authority, which carries a 35 working day waiting period. He noted that the demonstration is now likely to take place next school term, although no firm date has been set.
We were planning a rally on the 15th of March, but we had to defer that date because there are some permissions they had to seek and they had to get from EMA, I think, and they have a 35-day waiting period, 35 working days, I think. So it would have been impossible for us to get the permissions in time. So we basically defer that to a later date. More than likely, it would have been next year.
According to Ash, teachers have been able to view updated salary figures through an online platform utilized by the Education Ministry, but he described the increases as modest. Meanwhile, President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Nurses Association, Edie Stewart, said healthcare workers are also preparing further protest action amid frustration over unresolved wage negotiations affecting employees of the country's regional health authorities. Stewart said the association will go ahead with its protest plan for March 27th at the Sangre Grande Hospital.
First one was at San Fernando, second one is at Sangre Grande. We are in communication with the Sangre Grande police, providing them with all the information they need, and we expect to be in our numbers come the 27th. Because none of those actually require police permission. The one that requires police permission, explicit police permission and approval, is the one we have carded for the 10th of April through the streets of Port of Spain.
Stewart further noted that more than 15,000 RHA workers have not received confirmation on when salary increases will be paid, with some issues dating back to 2014. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with sport.
Get a loan at Bremont. The process is simple. Fast and efficient approvals. Receive funds within 24 hours once approved. And no penalty for early repayment. Located at 4 Gallo Street, Woodbrook. Remember, we like to lend.
Recession have you down? Don't lose hope. Head on down to Tire Clinic for the recession deals. That should big savings with our road hazard warranty on Dunlop 2021 Falcon tires. Available at Tire Clinic, Cuba, Chaguanas, and Pleasance Park. Tire Clinic, a tire for every need. Call 636-8973 or 636-2958.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Okay, let me see you Cherry Hill. Yeah, now take it back. Let me see you rock off, shake off, shake off. Let me see you rock off, rock off. Let me see you kick right, now step forward, now step back.
Lucozade, bring the energy.
Rock off,
unbeatable
rock
taste,
off.
new look.
Shake off, let me see you rock off, rock off.
Trinidad and Tobago's Kelsey Daniel claimed bronze in the men's triple jump at the NCAA Division I Indoor Track and Field Championships. Representing the University of Texas, Daniel produced a personal best leap of 16.68 meters on his final attempt to secure third place. Francis Jonathan Sareems of Texas Tech won the event with 17.25 meters. And West Indies women's head coach Shane Dietz wants his team to match Australia's intensity in the upcoming 3-match T20 series starting in St. Vincent on Thursday. Dietz, who hails from Australia, says his team could use the series against the world's #1 team to build confidence leading up to the T20 World Cup in June. The West Indies women are coming off of 2 series defeats to Sri Lanka and Grenada.
Getting used to the conditions is the focus. And we're doing a lot of talk about the opposition, our tactics and how we're going to play this ground. There's a big wind here as well, so we've got to maximise the use of that and use the home ground advantage to our advantage. And that's looking forward to putting on a good show for the locals. I think we will put on a good show, but we're looking to really attack the Aussies because they'll come hard, so we've got to match that intensity and come hard right back.
That's for sport. It's back to a break.
Only Only BioStrath gives your body more than 60 of the essential nutrients it needs every day in a product that's 100% natural for stronger immunity, enhanced focus, increased energy and stamina. BioStrath. Get what you need naturally.
Looking for the ultimate gaming experience? Welcome to Phase 22 Gaming Lounge, where gamers of all ages come to play, compete, and have fun. Dive into your favorite games on PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, or race on our high-tech racing rigs. And experience the thrill of VR with PlayStation and Meta Quest. Our lounge is safe, comfortable, and perfect for everyone. When you're done, check out the latest gaming systems, accessories, and even Samsung and Apple phones. Visit us on the second floor of Gulf City Mall or call 786-2404 to book your gaming session today.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
PRWC, protect your loved ones with a Western Global Security Combo, only $3,000. PS5 console game, $5,400. Unwind with an 85-inch Samsung TV, $9,999. HP 14-inch laptop for $1,900. Amazon 8-inch Fire tablet, $760. HP print scan copy printer, $625. We have speakers, mouse, printers, and lots more. 3 months layaway also available.
Cuba's national power grid collapsed yet again on Monday, and there was no electricity supply across the country for most of Tuesday. Updates from Cuban officials now report that the power is slowly returning with traffic lights back on in Havana, but most of Cuba is still in darkness. Now, this comes after a 6.0 magnitude earthquake hit near the coast of Cuba. There have been no reports of human injury or material damage. As residents continue cleaning up after this storm, businesses across Hawaii are now counting the cost with millions of dollars in lost revenue. CNN has more.
Many residents are cleaning up the mess the storm left behind, but businesses are left to figure out how to make up for millions in lost revenue.
The number now is up to $50 million or so at least, and all this will come out by the end of the month. But that's between hotels, retail, all the different activities.
The storm put a stop on activities for many visitors, including Isis, who was on her birthday trip to Hawaii.
It was raining really bad the first day I got here, and the next morning I woke up and I was getting emails sent saying all my plans would be canceled.
A first-time trip that cost her thousands of dollars.
I spent a lot of money just to get here. Even the B&B and everything, just to get here and not experience anything is definitely a bummer. Hawaii's not cheap.
For one motorcycle rental company in Waikiki, severe weather tanked weekend business.
We probably had 20 plus cancellations over the weekend, maybe about 1,000, tens of thousands maybe of lost revenue. They're struggling. They just gotta make it through. Yeah, it's hard. There's not much we can do.
And with another storm on the way, they're hoping for a ray of hope.
That's always difficult to make up for this kind of revenue. It certainly is. I mean, this was quite expensive.
Let's check in with Jean-Marc Rampersad for a look at the weather forecast.
We had initially sunny and breezy conditions today, but a few cloudy periods with showers developed during the late morning. These partly cloudy conditions can be expected to continue this afternoon and evening with occasional showers. Tonight should be mostly fair despite the odd shower after midnight. Looking ahead, similar conditions are expected tomorrow, then slightly drier leading up to the weekend. Also remember the hazardous seas alert remains in effect for Trinidad and Tobago until midday tomorrow.
Thank you, Jean-Marc, and thank you for joining us for a look at the day's developments so far. We'll have these stories and so much more coming up for you in a Midday Newscast at 7 p.m. today. Until then, have a great day.